Hello and welcome back to Star Trek Resurgence. And where we left off, we had some pretty serious diplomacy to get doing. So we spoke to the Hatari. We spoke to the I can't remember their name. Will it come up? We've got Hatari. I can't remember the name of the other guys. I know it begins with an A. The A people. We spoke to them a little bit, but not as much. Found out that there's some sort of artifact that's being hidden in the palace, the Hatari palace. So that's being investigated by one of the Hatari peeps. Hopefully won't get them in trouble or like anything like that. And we also, as Diaz, found out that we're stuck here in Hatari space because our spaceship, I can't remember. The name of the game is Resurgence. The name of the ship is something else, and I can't ever remember it. You know what? We'll figure that out later. But yeah, the ship is stuck here because it can't go to warp, just like the shuttle couldn't go to warp, and they're trying to figure out why. So there's kind of two things going on at the moment. So we're gonna jump back in. We've just had a chat with all of the people. I think. There's no one else to talk to. Is anyone down here to talk to? Nope. They all just seem to be chilling. So we're going to move on and have a little powwow with the Cap and see what he has to say. They don't look too pleased.
Well, that was a disaster.
What happened?
The Hotari refused to concede anything, so the Illydians stormed out.
The Hotari did not invite us here as peacekeepers. I hope your efforts were more fruitful than ours.
I think that they're going to try and steal our ship to fight the Illydians, did they say? Yeah, the Illydians, there you go. So I think they might be taking the ship from us, or trying to, as we have.
Gravitational harmonics failing to resolve. Warp bubble stability degrading. Increase output to maximum.
Increasing warp output to maximum.
It's happening again.
We're just not able to get to warp.
It is evident that presently, the Resolute cannot achieve warp propulsion.
Since our diagnostics rule out any problems with our warp systems or anything about the ship, the problem appears to be the fabric of space itself.
Space itself? You're saying something about this region of space prevents warp travel?
Prevents it, or can't sustain it.
However improbable, that appears to be the case.
I don't know what to say here.
We need to know more.
Impulse engines.
Otherwise, it'll be an extended stay in the Hotari system.
Out of there.
Couldn't we slowboat it out of here at impulse speed?
It may come to that, but we don't know how far this warp dead zone extends. Captain Solano is on his way back from the negotiations, and I want to have some answers for him when he gets here.
Indeed. Given the facts at hand, we may be able to deploy subspace probes around the ship to construct a clearer picture of the phenomenon.
Around the ship. I'll prep a shuttle.
Just happy to be involved, the scientific method. Diaz is just, one of them cheerful guys who's just happy to be involved. Off we go. Resolute. There you go, that's the name of the ship. Got there in the end.
I'm setting up a waypoint at a distance roughly corresponding to the edge of our warp field. When we get there, I'll deploy the first probe.
Okay, we get to fly the shuttle. Cool. Fly shuttle. Fly the shuttle to your objective to complete a mission. W to fly forward. D to fly backwards. Use the mouse to turn. Use Q and E to ascend or descend. Storm will push your shuttle around. Stay focused and maintain your course. How do you skip to the next? Oh, there you go. Ionic storm will fill your path with dangerous hazards. Green lightning will damage your shuttle. Taking damage 3 times will fail the mission. You can fly through the rings created by the storm if you pilot carefully. Follow the lit path to reach your next waypoint. Navigation computer displays information about the area around you. Indicate. What? Oh, 1 indicates a storm hazard, and brackets indicates an asteroid. Okay. Time to drive. Don't want to hit the ship. That would be a bad start.
Commander Westbrook, the Resolute systems are calibrated to receive the probe's readings. We are standing by to reproduce the warp field collapse after the first probe is deployed.
Thank you, Mr. Chovak. We'll be in position shortly.
And, Mr. Diaz, do take care in piloting the shuttlecraft. Now is not the time to indulge in the human penchant for joyriding.
I mean, I think I'm doing alright so far.
Chovak probably isn't such a fun guy to work for, huh?
I don't take it personally.
Nah, I just don't take it personally. At least I try not to.
That's a very mature answer. Shows a positive attitude on your part. Remind me of it when I start complaining to you about the ship's new first officer.
Oi! That's Jara. Not that bad. What's his problem with us? Oh, we didn't take one of his suggestions at the beginning. Maybe that's what it is? It's a bit immature, really, though, isn't it?
This is far enough. Transporting the first probe into position.
Oh, we helped pick one of them up.
Westbrook here. The first probe is deployed.
Understood. We are reading it. We are about to replay the simulation.
Problem?
I just can't get a handle on her. Commander Rydek. She rejected my plan to use a deflector pulse against the storm surge. But on the other, she did listen to my advice and use the whole polarity trick to get you through that excursion alive. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the new XO. I'm sure she's a fine officer, even if we don't see eye to eye.
But we took one idea which was
But
good and used another
she didn't
idea
go
which was
through
good
what the
from
rest of
someone
us
else.
did. You know that. And it's hard to figure out why she'd be the one Solano chose instead of, well, one
We
of
should
us.
give her a chance. Come on.
I've heard some good things. You should at least give her a chance.
I'll take that under advisement.
Test is running. Warp field collapse in 3, 2, 1, mark.
Ooh, that looks good. But probably not good.
Whoa. All right, that is definitely a problem with the fabric of space. We need to get another probe out there. With 2 points of data, the Resolute and the probe, we've managed to get an interference pattern. I'm setting a waypoint to a particularly strong area of interference. We'll deploy the second probe there.
Time to go. Yeah, I feel like he's got this superior.
I'm going to give you a piece of
superiority
advice I
complex.
wish someone had given me. Make sure you're never just one thing. And don't get so focused on what's in front of your face that you lose sight of the big picture. Before Rydek showed up, the captain pulled me into his ready room and told me he didn't think I had the people skills to be first officer. What a load of crap. I mean, if he'd said that about Chova.
Thanks for the advice.
Sure.
Just go for it.
I appreciate the advice, Commander. I'll make sure I keep my options open.
I don't need to tell you how to operate. You're already well on your way. You're a capable engineer. You're good in the field. Keep up the good work, and who knows? A solid jack of all departments like you could be Commander-in-Chief of Starfleet one day. Hell, Admiral Jellicoe started as a shuttle
I'm
pilot.
pretty happy just doing engineering.
And there are
stuff,
places
man.
to go in the enlisted ranks, too.
I don't know. I'm pretty happy where I am.
You must be a glutton for punishment. Lieutenant Commander Chovak has been known to take decades to warm up to people.
Oh, but that was good responses to him, so that's something at least. Yeah, I think probably he's just a little bit butthurt from not getting first officer himself. Sometimes you gotta hear no to improve yourself and be the best person you can be, though.
Here.
So
This is close enough.
a
Stop the engines.
little nugget of like inspiration or
probe.
advice there.
Westbrook to Commander Chovak. We're ready for another sampling of data.
Very good. Running the simulation again. Warp field collapse in 3, 2, 1. Mark.
Oh, I like that the effect. It looks really cool.
There it is again.
I saw it. It seems to be directional.
Well, what about the scans? Anything?
Tappity tap tap tap.
Here's the readings in relation to our local space. We've got the Resolute, Otari Prime, and the probes.
All this interference is overloading the sensor buffers. We're gonna have to triangulate the sensors manually.
Do 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 do. Okay, we're finding patches of this stuff.
We got something.
These markers indicate peaks in the gravimetric interference patterns.
Let's see if I can find some more.
There's one. There's another. Oh, there's only them 4.
Hold up. This is coming from the moon.
A beam that blocks warp travel.
Aimed right at us.
Someone is doing this intentionally.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how they're doing it. This is like nothing I've ever seen.
Why would they be doing this? We came here to help these people. And now we're getting hit by some warp-killing weapon?
Almost like they're taking advantage
Now,
of our
look
good
here.
nature.
It's current readings of the ion storm.
These concentrations, they line up with the interference pattern. The storm and this beam, they're coming from the same place.
Carter, whatever petty local conflict brought us here, it's just a small part of something much bigger.
Dum dum dum. So where is it?
Presently, we don't have an explanation for how they're doing
Suspicions.
this. But one thing is clear. This is no fluke.
Thank you, Mr. Westbrook. I want a full briefing when I'm back on board. Solano out. A targeted weapon that inhibits warp travel. Coming from the moon Tau.
That would explain the difficulties my shuttle encountered. More importantly, the tenor of the Hotari during the negotiations.
And here I thought the Illidians would be the problem. Coming to peace talks in a warship.
That is a bit of a statement, isn't it?
This wasn't supposed to be so complicated.
Let's go with what the Hotari.
I don't know why the Hotari wanted us here, but it wasn't to negotiate.
Clearly, peace is not their intention.
Then what is? Why go through this charade?
Tylus, the Hotari representative, said she thought they found something in the mines. Galvin and Sidron brought it back to the palace, but they're keeping it under tight security. She's going to investigate it. I gave her my tricorder. I expect she'll contact us soon.
You found an ally.
Why would Tylus help us? Go behind her people's back? It's a fair question, considering.
I think it's to stop Galvan and Sidron, because they have, like, strong-armed their way in, so I'm going to go with that.
She doesn't like the way Galvin and Sidron have been manipulating the situation. And the Queen. Working with us to go around them isn't the same as betraying her people.
That may be true.
She's certainly more likely to help than the other Hotari we've met.
That raises another question. Specifically, what do the other Hotari have to gain in bringing us here, only to make this hostile maneuver against us? There must be some motivation.
Unless they change their minds between when
Oh,
they
you wanted
asked
to learn more
when
about
we
us,
got
didn't you?
here.
The ship and stuff. One of them.
Sidron was very
Yeah.
curious when we spoke outside the Queen's chamber. He wanted to know all about us, our ship, the Federation. He wasn't giving any answers. He was looking for them.
Well, I'm sure you didn't tell him too much.
No, I think we told him.
I don't
kind of
think the
downplayed our
Illidians know
strength,
what's
didn't
really
we?
down on that
So-
moon either.
Major Arminta said the revolt defied explanation. That the Hotari miners somehow harnessed the energy of the storm.
Harness the energy of the storm.
Doing that is beyond even our
We're
capabilities.
not even that strong.
So is a weapon that
let's be
disrupts
honest.
warp travel.
There have been civilizations and entities, both past and present, Far
Yeah,
more technologically advanced than the Federation.
The Illydians and Hotari don't fall into that category.
But that is all the more reason to investigate further.
Commander Rydek, sorry to interrupt. We've received an urgent call from Hotari. The Queen's advisor, Tylus, has asked to speak with you.
Put her through.
Okay. Hopefully Tylus is not in trouble. Hello. She doesn't look.
Galvin and Sidron are still with the Queen. I've enlisted help to gain access to the room they have under guard. I don't have much time.
I'm not supposed to leave my post.
It's only for a moment. I so appreciate your help.
Ooh. Using her womanly ways.
I found something. I'm sending you a scan.
Ooh. The heck is that?
Got it. Tylus, if we needed to gain access to the mines on Tau, is that something you could help us with?
I suppose it wouldn't be easy, but I have to go.
I mean,
Tylus.
hopefully she'll be able to help us and is not in trouble herself.
Can we reconnect?
Sorry, Captain. We've lost all contact.
We can only hope she escaped without harm.
It was hard to tell.
I'm gonna go with we have to help her because we put her in
We
that
have
position.
to help her. Send another shuttle.
We're
or
not
maybe
doing anything yet. Not until we know more. Let's see the scan
you
of
like
whatever
that
the
at
hell that
least.
was.
It's not. We're not able to do anything about that, are we? We tried our best
Tylus
to
suspects
get back
this
and help her.
came from the mines on Tau.
It appears to be of ancient origin, but the markings are unfamiliar.
We can run a full analysis when we get back to the Resolute. But if this came from the mines, then it might be the key to how they got the upper hand against the Illydians.
Then we have to go into the mines.
The Federation would not allow that. We were, after all, sent here to be a neutral party in a peace negotiation. However, we could demonstrate that the Hotari have acted in bad faith, which would enable us to investigate the mines on Tau with full justification. But of course, we would need conclusive proof before taking action.
The artifact is proof.
Otherwise, it could put us in a difficult position.
Whatever this artifact is may be proof enough. At least to satisfy the Federation.
Especially if we can show the Hotari are controlling the warp disruption. And targeting the Resolute.
We may have a better understanding once we analyze the device. But a mission to the mines, covert or otherwise, is not out of the question. And I will handle the Federation.
What a badass. Good old Spock. You can always rely on him, can't you?
As I was telling Carter, I want all the data I can get on this warp problem. And the negotiating team's shuttle has been recording data all the way back from Hotari. Even better than our probes. So pull the sensor and engine ISOs from the Melville when it sets down.
Will do.
I'll join you and Chovak down in engineering to run another analysis after the briefing.
I didn't like this warp problem when we thought it was some astronomical anomaly. And I like it a hell of a lot less now that we know someone is doing it to us.
Oh,
How does it
time
work?
to get some
What do we even do
engineering
about
on.
it?
What do you say we pull these chips and find out?
Honestly, make a game called
Took some damage
Star
on
Trek
the way.
Engineering. I'm on it. I would play the heck out of it, and it's just like this where you have to do.
That ionic interference scored the hull plating. Might be some micro welds. Let's try pulling together.
All right.
3, 2,
I
1.
don't even need story, to be honest.
It won't budge. Gotta be the storm damage. We need to...
Bonjour.
Welcome back. Any excitement down on the surface?
Excitement? No. Nothing like that.
Hey, can you hand me the EJ7 interlock? From the toolbox.
I don't know what that is.
Not much use for one on a security detail, huh? Carter?
Yeah,
Was she a bit
I'll get it.
frosty with her just then? What do I need? I think she might be a bit jealous with this this girl. Let's be professional. Let's not go too crazy here.
Okay, I'll apply pressure while you decouple the panel.
Like, we're just working with her. Take it easy. Nice.
Here, I'll help.
Go team. Engineering.
We've got this.
Open up and say ah.
Thanks for the hand. We have to get these isolinear chips down to engineering.
No problem. You really know everything about these ships, don't you?
No.
The tools, the systems. Like a walking Starfleet technical manual.
I don't know everything, I'm gonna go with.
Well, I wouldn't say everything, but I know my stuff.
I can see that.
Oh.
Come on, start pulling chips.
I don't think that went well. Maybe I should have been more like... Because he's kind of like quite cocky. Maybe I should have been more like that. That's why she likes him, maybe? I don't know. Okay. This... Oh! This is some high-octane action right here, isn't it? Bonjour.
What's this?
Some kind of crystal formation?
Oh, scan time. My goodness, that is very sensitive. Do I need to get closer?
Whoa. This substance is a quantized spin crystallization of hydrogen, carbon, and lithium. It's emitting tetrametric pulses at an interval of 3.8422 seconds.
Quantized crystallization isn't natural. I mean, it's only theoretical as a means to engineer matter on a subatomic level. What's it doing in there?
I'm just gonna pick it up.
Wait. Regulation 364, subsection 9.
What?
Regulation 364, subsection 9 orders that in the case of an unknown foreign substance infiltrating a sealed system, it will be placed in secure confinement before further examination.
That sounds about right.
Retrieve a containment module.
Don't you think we're more equipped to deal with whatever this is?
No. Before anything else, this is a security issue.
I have to agree with her, to be fair.
You don't even know what this is.
Which is why we need to study it.
Once it's contained.
Yeah.
Well, if it's not natural, then someone might have put it there. It could be a tracking device. Some kind of sabotage. Or even a bomb.
Which is why we need to get it to the containment lab.
Come on.
I can't make an exception. Not even for you.
She's not gonna like that.
I'm still going to report these crystals to Commander Westbrook when we send the shuttle data.
And I will inform my superiors. I'm taking this just as seriously as you are. But I overheard talk about the warp disruption on the shuttle. Now these crystals? Maybe this situation is more than we can handle with just a science vessel.
Maybe that's what they want.
We could trigger a distress call. Get Starfleet to send more ships.
That's what they want, isn't it?
Or I could send a message to my old CO on the Adirondack. Get some combat-tested vessels. We shouldn't do this alone.
We're at the edge of the quadrant. Help isn't just gonna pop over like we're in Sector 001.
Wouldn't hurt to try.
You talk like you've never had your backs up against a wall before. This is Starfleet. We solve our own problems.
I don't think we should call for help.
Okay, stand back.
I mean, I agree. Like, do this. Like, put it in a box. Don't touch it with your hands. But also...
Get this to the containment lab.
Like, we shouldn't be calling for help. We should be
We'll get it set up for you.
The captain and
I'll let you know when it's safely confined.
Oh, we'll be there.
Last thing you want is to study this down in main engineering and have it explode next to the warp core.
She's not wrong.
Mm.
Oh my goodness.
Almost forgot.
Can't have that.
Unprofessional behavior.
For a second, I thought she'd gone cold on you. Like she might have changed her mind. But I guess this whole situation has her spooked. Maybe she knows more than us? Or it's because this is all happening so fast? But she usually doesn't scare easy.
Well, of course she's taking it seriously, but that's her job. When she's on duty, she's got to be on the lookout for danger.
Yeah, but talking about sending a distress call on her own?
That is weird.
That's going too far.
Yeah, that is way too far.
She was probably just thinking out loud. I'm sure she'll come to her senses. This mission has enough complications stacking up.
Now, we'll get through it. You, me, and Miranda too.
Oh, just paused it in time. So I'm going to stop it there, and we'll do the rest of it, rest of the video next time, because we've done quite a lot, and I'm trying to keep them to about half hour. And those, like, when it comes up with the chapter names, I think they're like good times to pause it when I can. So how did we do with Jara? So Captain Solano liked how Jara expressed concern about any danger Tylus might encounter by helping the Federation. Good, because that is what I was doing. Then Ambassador Spock admired Jara's deft diplomacy. That was no different. So no changes with everyone other than Captain Solano. Carter. Edsela was reminded how much she values a friendship. No changes there then. Miranda noticed that Carter's usual confidence has tempered by some much needed humility when she returned from... Yeah, to be fair, we're acting less confident. Maybe we need to be a bit more confident when, you know, when we're doing like the conversations as Diaz. Chovak agreed with Carter's purely logical approach. No changes there. Westbrook enjoyed his conversation with Carter, coming away with the impression he's smart, pragmatic, and content in his position aboard the Resolute. Okay. We did all right with that one as well. I think we're doing okay. So, come back next time, and we're going to find out more about what this ancient device thing is that we got a scan of. We're going to find out more about the crystal, hopefully. And hopefully we're going to find out if we can go down to that moon and do some infiltration. So yeah, lots going on. So yeah, come back next time to find out more. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you when I see you.